Hello there. Hi, guys. Welcome to another weekly Facebook Live. I'm Jen Burson. I am the founder of Generation PR and the newish owner of PR Couture, which you might be here from that community. We love Crosby. Crosby wanted to do other things, and so we were able to bring PR Couture into our business. We're really excited about all the really fur in my mouth, the cool things we have planned to grow this community and support that community. And speaking of communities, I am the founder of the award-winning Profitable PR Pros community. When I say award-winning, we won that, it's so hard for me to do in backwards, Inc. Best in Business Award. I'm really proud of it. And that was thanks to all of you and the transformations, connections, the quality of this community that impressed Inc. magazine and all of the changes that our members have been implementing and the successes they've had in their lives. Nothing better than seeing those transformations. So please share when you make connections with others in this group, or you've taken anything that we have shared with you and made it your own. Yeah, it's like the best thing ever. So tell me who's here. And today we are going to run through, my favorite topic is like productivity, optimizing your day, optimizing your happiness, optimizing your work output so you can get into a flow state. Very important to me because listen, I mean, I have kids, they bust in the door and come home from school. They are like, Mommy, help me with homework. My son has to do eye therapy. He has to do all kinds of things that he really wants me to support him with. And I'm so lucky I get to be home when he comes home so that I can help him with that. But that means I literally have 6 hours every day to run my two businesses. 6 hours, that's it. So we have to be productive. Hi, how are you? Elizabeth Elena, nice to see you. I'm glad that you're here, looking cozy in that picture. So it's always been on my mind, how do I optimize my productivity and make the time that I have really count? But we know that there are kind of productivity traps that you may or may not be aware of. And so we're going to talk today about some things you may be doing without even knowing it that could be sabotaging your productivity. You're looking to execute your vision for your business, but maybe you're caught up in those little mundane, like little tiny, kind of whack-a-mole type activities in your business where you're just pulled in a million directions, little tasks, and you are not having the time you need to work on your big picture initiatives. So that's what is important to me, is giving you that time back so that you can refocus your energy on what truly matters in your business. And it's so important to me that I actually got certified as a high performance coach so I could offer this community those tools, those strategies, those proven frameworks to help you become extremely productive, but also unlock energy, deeper connection with your family, passion for your work. All of those things are extremely important, but you can't find that level of aliveness and presence if you're just caught up in the little tasks, okay? Sound good? So we're going to talk today about the productivity traps that could be snagging you and wasting your time. Hold on, I lost my point here. So we're going to talk about the 4 huge productivity traps to watch out for, and obviously shift you with 4 ways to get back on track. And what is one of the ways that you can be a more effective PR pro? I'm going to share what that is so that you can leave today with actionable takeaways. That's what I always aim to do, give you something that you can implement ASAP. So again, who's here? Where are my people? There's not very many today, but A lot of people watch the replay. So if you're here, even watching replay, let me know. Love to say hi. So we're going to be more productive. You know, we have these lists. This was my list from yesterday, like banged it out, which I love. And obviously there's so much satisfaction in kind of checking off. Me, I love to like cross it out. Sometimes, honestly, I will even write down something. Serena, I'm going to leave a message for you. Check Instagram after I go live, okay? So I love, like, sometimes I'm such a dork. I'll write things down just to be like, and cross it out. You know, I know other people do that too, but when your focus is on being productive, sometimes you fall into productivity traps. So instead of spending your time wisely, you're wasting energy trying to just cram more in and get more done each day. But here is maybe the harsh truth. If you if you're just prioritizing productivity, that is not always going to set up your agency for success, especially if you're not doing the things on your list that are moving your business forward. You're not doing it correctly, you know, so some things are going to get you in a trap. That's what we're going to talk about today. So yes, traps. Sometimes what seems to be productive on paper is actually getting in your way and preventing you from working on what matters. A productivity trap will kind of keep you running in circles, chasing that next check on your to-do list just so you can tick it off instead of letting you focus your attention. And Serena says, so true. Instead of letting you focus your attention on the big picture for your agency. So you cannot execute your vision for your agency and push yourself closer to big picture goals, things that are really important to you, like maybe your big why, like your purpose statement, which in the Elevate High Performance Coaching Program, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about. We focus on that. And that was a true breakthrough moment for the last cohort, was focusing on their purpose statement and moving away from little everyday tasks. Okay, so I'll talk more about that, but it is a transformational activity to really understand your purpose and to go through this exercise and develop a purpose statement. And that will also drive you. It's like a big why, like a North Star. When things get hard, or you know, you're hitting road bumps in your business, that the purpose statement will guide you in the right direction. So the 4 business productivity traps that I want you to be aware of so that you can avoid doing these in your agency. One, and you may have heard these before, but it's good to hear like, yes, I know that, but think about it. And I'm offering you a different approach. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the trap and I'm going to tell you an alternative. The first one is multitasking or constantly context shifting. This is when you are jumping between a bunch of different tasks and you feel like you're getting a lot done. You feel super productive. You've got something you're working on that's kind of a little bit more focused. And in the meantime, you're answering emails and you're reading an article or pulling things from an article or going through email and opening up links you want to read later. And you're kind of jumping back and forth. You know, maybe you answer a few emails, then you jump on a call with a client. Some of these are a little sneaky because you feel like you're really working on one thing at a time. But when you go from emails to client calls and then pitch writing for a different client and then back to answering emails, that is tiring for your brain. That is tiring for your deep focus that you need to have your best work, your most fulfilling and creative work. And what also happens is that each time you jump to a new task or you shift from one client to the next, your brain has to stop and reset and refocus on what you're doing right now. And you may think that you're getting a lot done, but what you're actually doing is losing this really valuable time and energy every time you switch tasks. Every single productivity study, every single productivity expert, maybe we call this multitasking. It's really context shifting that is where the problem lies. Every productivity expert will tell you that you lose major time refocusing and shifting from one thing to the next when you context shift. You're losing valuable time and focus and productivity. Okay? Maybe you've heard that before. You've probably heard multitasking is not as productive as you think. And the reason why is because you're context shifting and your brain is having to readjust every time you do that. Okay? Thumbs up, heart. Let me know if that makes sense, if it resonates. Probably heard it before. But what I want you to do instead is try time blocking. So you're going to time block throughout your day. Okay, I know it. I know. I'm guilty of this one too, and I have to remember, like, focus, Jen, just focus. But try time blocking so that you complete similar tasks one after the other before moving on to something new. Or if something is a bigger task and it needs full focus, it is like your most creative type of activity. Could be strategy writing, proposal writing, writing pitches, developing social media content. You've got to focus on that so you can get into that creative space so that you can be really focused on that deep work and tapping into your most creative and clever strategic mindset. And emails don't really require that. Email is like, for me, it's a triage, like send this one to this one, fire off this so that this project moves forward. That's more like project management and moving things forward. It doesn't usually require a lot of strategic thought. That's not me pitching, but that's me managing client work and managing the team, moving projects forward. You don't need to have that deep focus, right? So you're going to block time so that you can dedicate these chunks of time, break your day into chunks. And research shows that 25 minutes is pretty much a sweet spot of extended focus. We know people's focus is shrinking more and more every, day as we get into the TikTok era of like very short attention span, hunks of content. But when you really need to focus, you give yourself 25 minutes. You can kind of work your way up. 50 is the max. And then what you're going to do is, take a break at that time, refocus your eyes. I look out the window, I go on my balcony, I get fresh air. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but you can't. The reason it's so bright behind me, we had to cut down. There was this really big pine tree that was causing a problem with the retaining wall. I live in the hills, so leaning on the retaining wall. And so we had to cut it down. And I was so bummed because, of course, who wants to kill a tree? But it was really problematic. And there's also a telephone pole right behind me. So I was like, oh, that tree kind of covers it. And it did cover it. But now my view from my balcony is like, it's awesome. And at night there's so many lights and it's like super peaceful out there. So I've been going out to like take deep breaths and really, it's really clean air because it's been raining in California a lot. So we wash away all the smog for a few days and that's where we are now. So anyway, I've been going outside and enjoying that more kind of amped up view. So give yourself in between those time blocks a little bit of time, even if you're working on something that's like 2 or 3 blocks, because it's longer, deeper work, you still need to take those breaks. But if you commit to 25-minute chunks or all the way up to 50-minute chunks in a row consecutively, you will get that thing done faster than if you dragged it out in between answering emails, and more focused and creative than if you were switching back and forth. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. When your brain is allowed to concentrate on one thing at a time, you think more clearly, you will be more effective, more accurate, and work quicker than if you were multitasking. Have you ever done this where you'll send an email and you know you reread it and you know you proofed it, and then someone replies to you and you reread what you wrote and there's typos or grammatical errors that you definitely know, like the difference between there, and there, but you maybe, or the two T-O and T-O-O, and you like forgot the other O on two T-O. Mortifying, right? But you said, I thought I proofread that. If you're switching back and forth, you're going to miss stuff like that. And clients want to see that your attention to detail, and also editors as a PR pro, your attention to detail, your writing has to be grammatically correct and impeccable. And if it's not, it will be noticed, and you can lose work from that, or you can lose opportunities. So you make mistakes when you're multitasking. If you want to be more effective, accurate, and work quicker, block time and don't context shift, or what some people call multitask. Okay? That's number one. Thumbs up, heart, we can do that, right? Let me know if you're already doing that, and what the success has been for you implementing that strategy. Okay, number two, this is, if you're in charge of your calendar, you've got to be aware of this. Sometimes you will be giving yourself too much time for meetings or for calls. So what happens is a lot of people will set their meetings for 30 minutes or an hour, regardless of how long the conversation will probably last. You know, you'll block that hour, but why would you set aside an hour for something that only takes 20 minutes or should only take 20 minutes? So scheduling time to connect with your clients or your team about new projects will feel productive, but sometimes you'll leave yourself with that dead space throughout your day. You know, you'll finish a meeting and it feels awesome, but you're left with this random like 10 or 15 minutes that you didn't plan for. And so it's easy to turn that time into a break, which is fine. Maybe that's when you need one. Or it's probably better to plan ahead and know that meeting really, I have a client meeting, it's scheduled for an hour every single biweekly call, but it only takes 10 or 20 minutes max, 30 at the most. So we have changed that block so that we know we're always going to have that extra 30 minutes that wasn't planned, scheduled, because it doesn't take that long. And the other thing is, when you allow an hour for a call, it's going to run over what is actually necessary. When you block it down to like 15, 20 minutes, you'll get the job done in that amount of time. It's like your conversation, your efforts, your discussion will grow beyond what it actually needs, because you're like, we have all this time for this call. So don't let meetings take up too much of your time. I try to meet with clients as infrequently as possible, once or twice a month at the very most. That's been a sweet spot for my agency. But any more than that, and you're on the call and you're like, so, well, we discussed this last week and we're still working on that. And it's not enough time to get that momentum and that string of effort going to be able to report back some changes and some momentum. So try to push it. Clients always want to meet every week. Just say our time is better spent pitching. But even when you do meet with your clients, maybe schedule the call only for that necessary amount. So if you're in charge of scheduling, put it in for the amount of time that you want the call to take. Conversations will naturally drag on when you have a ton of time to fill. If you give yourself literally 15 minutes instead of 30, or 20 minutes instead of an hour, everyone stays focused, so that they can work through the conversation, find solutions, plan next steps. Hi, Melissa. Meetings are a complete waste of time. And you see all those memes, like, this meeting could have been an email. That's what we try to do, is just like, clients will say, hey, we got a conflict and we're hoping that we can just skip this week's call and just handle everything over email. And we're like, yes, of course. We're basically doing this for you. So it's nice to know that, those times that you're spending, not a fan of meetings. It takes too long. So you can be in charge of that when you're scheduling. Do not give more time than is needed. Put it in. I had a call with a prospective client. He wanted to talk to me for half an hour, and he put it in the calendar and was like, hard stop. And I was like, cool. And we banged it out in half an hour, got everything we needed to talk about. I wrote a proposal. They're reviewing it right now, but it's like, anything to follow up, I asked him over email and he filled me in, and it was totally fine. Otherwise, I spent an hour and we're just talking a talk, we're not actually getting anywhere. So you can free up over an hour every day by doing this. Make sure you take advantage of the spaces in between meetings, whether that's to take care of any next steps or prep for your next call. But don't find yourself with like 15 to 20 or half an hour extra minutes that you didn't anticipate. And now you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to like putz around on Instagram before my call or scroll through TikTok, because you will get sucked into these activities that are mindless just to fill the time because you didn't expect to have it. So that's number 2. Giving yourself too much time for meetings and calls is a productivity trap. Narrow down those times and you'll find yourself with like at least an extra hour in your day. Okay. What did I say? Yes. Okay. I already covered that. Number 3, trying to get more done. Yes, that is a productivity trap. I know getting more done is literally the definition or the goal of productivity. But when you want to cross more things off of your to-do list, you're trying to just like cross things off. So what you end up doing is you are left working through easy tasks God, my eye is itching. I don't know why. Easy tasks just to be like, boop. And then you are banging out the easy stuff and you're left with the bigger, more challenging, longer scope things. You're putting them off later in the day. So you're left working through your meals. You're not taking breaks and you end up working late into the night. Let me know if that resonates. Do not take pride in the grind. There's no reason to have to grind away. There's no badge of honor. It shouldn't be hard. You should find that flow state. So working nonstop, that will drain your energy. It'll drain your focus. It'll drain your clarity. And you're constantly spinning your wheels, and that doesn't help you produce good results. Your quality of work and your life will slowly decrease until you reach your breaking point and you burn out, because you're trying to do all the things for the sake of checking it off the list. You're putting off the things that will actually move the needle in your business, or the harder things, because you could spend 3 hours working on one thing that you can cross off, or you can just go through and do the easy stuff and be like, look at me, I'm so productive, right? So we don't want you to burn out. So instead, try to take breaks, give yourself time, implement short breaks throughout the day. It's going to help you recharge, refocus your energy, so you stay at this like 100% optimal performance, right? And you still need to get outside, get fresh air, take a little break and read, take a walk, play with your kids, your pets, go walk the dog, listen to a podcast, because spending time away from your desk will help you regain clarity so that you are ready to think through strategies when you come back and you've got that focus and that like creative spark is back. For some mindfulness, you may want to try meditating. I know it's hard, but like give yourself 10 minutes, put on a guided meditation, Calm, Headspace, so easy. There's tons of them. Peloton, if you are using the Peloton app, they have meditation. And just give yourself 10 minutes. And, you can also journal gratitude throughout the day. You can leave space in your day for like namaste, peace, tranquility, renewal, help you stay grounded and motivated, but also try to catch yourself when you are checking things off and doing the easy stuff just for the sake of looking productive on your to-do list. Okay? Does that make sense? Do not just focus on the little stuff. So you could be like, look at me. Look at me. I mean, that was me yesterday. I was like, this is easy. But the bigger stuff, I have to do today. I always leave. But I had a pretty choppy day yesterday, so I didn't have that deep of time. Another thing you should really be doing, and I talk about this a lot when I do these lives, is focusing on certain activities on certain days. So I will really only have client meetings on Tuesdays. I do Facebook Lives every Thursday. I have a meeting with my team on Mondays. And Wednesdays I do coaching, and Fridays I leave open. And so all of those activities happen in the morning. And then I will do my deeper work where I'm on my computer later in the day. But I try not to have like a client meeting Monday and a team meeting Tuesday and like a follow-up meeting with the team on Friday and a podcast interview on Wednesday. It's just too much context shifting, and I want to know really what my day is going to be about. I also try to align it with like showers and hair and makeup. So we have back office days where it's just like I'm not on camera, I'm not talking to anyone, I'm just like cranking it out. I still get dressed, but I'm not like camera ready. So think about managing your time that way as well, where you kind of have a sense of what's going to happen each day and you're planning your activities around that. So you're not having meetings every single day and having things that take you away from focus. Yeah. Yeah, girl, smart call. I know. It really helps. And also I focus the days that I have the energy, where I know I'm going to be the most energized and the most focused to do the hardest things, to do the most like focus intense things. Yeah, I still put on a little makeup. I want to look nice when my husband comes home. So, and he always says, "You look nice." I'm like, "Thanks. I did it for you. I did it for you. I did it for me." But you guys know, when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. It's like get up, get dressed. My friend Caroline on Instagram, that's her whole premise is like, put effort into yourself, feel good every day. Your life really does transform when you show up with that level of confidence and you know that you are looking your very best. You got dressed for yourself. It doesn't have to be for anyone else. But when you put yourself together, you're showing yourself, I matter, my appearance, not like that we have to look, so great to impress people, but it makes you feel good when you look in the mirror. So yesterday I looked so barfy. I was, dealing with that leak in my house and, I washed probably 50 towels yesterday. Not even exaggerating, like, maybe like 25 towels, felt like 50. And I didn't look great. And I didn't have a day where I was like, yeah, I'm ready to take on the day. You got to put yourself together. But I also align those days with when I know I'm going to see people or I'm going out or having dinner with a friend so I can like optimize hair and makeup. Okay, that was number 3. Trying to get more done for the sake of choo 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 is not productive. The 4th one to be aware of is having a quick response time. Firing off emails, right? So a lot of PR pros feel like they need to be accessible 24/7. They feel like if they want to be the best service provider possible for their clients, they have to be accessible, they have to reply immediately, and taking care of emails really quickly gives the illusion of productivity, but it's not doing you any favors. And here's why. If you're always on call for your clients, you cannot have healthy work-life boundaries. Let me say that again. If you're always on call for your clients, you get a text, you look at your phone, you've got to get back to them. You get an email, it's 8:00 at night, you got to get back to them. You will not have healthy work-life boundaries. And boundaries are an essential part of staying connected in your relationships with your family, your loved ones, your friends, with yourself. You have to have boundaries. You won't be able to fully check out of work and check into quality time with the people that matter the most to you, with time with friends, family, time for yourself to just decompress or work out or go for a walk or, go meet a friend for dinner. Everyone needs quality time to cultivate meaningful relationships. And that's really important in your life, meaningful relationships. I don't want you to sacrifice your relationships for the sake of getting ahead in your business. You should never have to do that. The other thing is your mental state can start to seriously suffer without that time or that freedom or flexibility that having boundaries will allow you to have. You need to have flexibility, freedom. To me, that is like the number one benefit of having your own business, should be because you have flexibility and freedom. That's like my complete definition of success. Doing what I love lights me up, makes me really fulfilled. But I get to be where I want, when I want, work with who I want, take off days when I want. That flexibility and freedom is absolutely the number one factor for success, in my opinion. And if I didn't have healthy boundaries with clients, if I jumped every time an email came in or felt like I had to be on call 24/7, I wouldn't have that. And I think my mental health would seriously suffer. So instead of feeling like you have to have a super quick response time, like I'm the fastest trigger finger in the West, I'm going to email you back in 4 seconds. Yes, during working hours, if that's how you want to be, that's fantastic. But set and enforce strict boundaries with your clients so they're aware of your availability. They know, when your working hours are. Make sure they know that you're not available nights and weekends. If they contact you in your off time with non-urgent matters, just reply to them at the start of the next business day. And even if you are working, because that's your choice, you want to be working to kind of get ahead, or you put the kids down and you have like another hour left, or whatever the case may be, you went out during the day and you've got to catch up on a few things in the evening, try not to reply to clients at night. You may feel like you look good. Like, look at me, it's 8 o'clock and I'm still working. Like, I'm so dedicated. No, you're training them to think they can reach you at 8 o'clock at night, anytime they want. So write that email and boomerang it or schedule it in Google Mail, Gmail. I sound like a grandma. Gmail, so that you can have that go out the start of business the next day, first thing in the morning, maybe even before you're awake, so you look like I'm an early riser, whatever you want to do. But it can be really hard, and I get it, to let go of that belief that you need to be available 24/7. You don't. I promise you, you will be much better off for it. And getting that time back in your life so that you can connect with your puppy, who's admiring the more expanded view every day. She's so happy out there. Or to connect with your loved ones, your family, make time for yourself. That's invaluable. You don't have to be accessible 24/7 to do a phenomenal job. If you're getting results, you're being very responsive during your set business hours. Clients never call me on a Friday. They never call me, first of all, but they never email. I don't think they know that I'm not working on a Friday. I'll check in every now and then, but I'm not meeting. If someone says, hey, can we meet on Friday? I'll say, you know what? Monday works better for me. I don't have to tell them like I'm taking the day to myself. I'm strolling the aisles of Home Goods for an hour because that feels like therapy to me and I love it. Who doesn't love Home Goods? Love Home Goods. Or Target, like an hour in Target with no kids, by yourself, just pushing that cart, putting things in the cart. Feels just so like energizing to me. I don't know, because I get creative. Like, can I make this cool in my house or whatever? Can I organize? All that stuff like energizes me. So I digress. You want to have that time. I know. Going to walk your dog. So when I get off this call, I have made time to walk my pup. Getting that time back is invaluable. And it is something we talk about a lot and we work through a lot in my Elevate High Performance Coaching program. And I have always said through all of our programs, I'm here to save you time, help you love your business, focus on the things that are important to you, and help you make more money and have a business you love. That's my purpose in life, is helping others with a business model that works for them so they can have it all. You don't have to choose between the things that are important to you. You can do it and have it all. And that's what we talk about a lot in Elevate, this high performance coaching program. I want you to have meaningful relationships, time to focus on your mental health, your psychology, on your physical health, your energy, which is your physiology, and develop deeper connections and more meaningful relationships with others, including yourself. That's really important to me. So we have an application if you're interested, because you want to refocus your energy on what matters in your business, and reach your unlock potential, like new heights of performance and joy and presence, and build an agency that will serve your dream lifestyle. That's what this will help you do. So we ran a beta group. We had our first cohort. It was amazing, better than I ever could have expected. Like I said, I'm a certified high performance coach, not a certified dog walker. Lola, come and see. Come and say hi. Can you see this little girl? Come here. Where are you, baby? There she is. She's like, walk me. Stop talking to yourself. So if you have any questions, it's an application. It's really, really incredible program that is backed by science. And I walk you through all of the steps every single week. And you will have some major breakthroughs. That's Lola, my little pupper. I have a picture from earlier where all three pets, the two kittens and Lola, they're all like laying next to each other on my bed. And it's like, I feel like a fabulous friendship is blooming. They're finally all just like not ready to kill each other. So, but yeah, Elevate is it's just one of the biggest joys in my career, is taking people. I'm doing this with my husband. I'm working through it myself, and just seeing those transformations and a new level of aliveness and clarity and commitment to yourself, your business, and knowing exactly what you have to do, what dreams you want to pursue, and what you have to do to take you to the next level. That's Elevate. So if you're interested, I dropped the application there. I want you to unlock your potential and build an agency that serves your dream lifestyle. And if you've ever, like you guys know, I have all these programs. They're all designed to help you become a pitching powerhouse and then launch, grow, and scale. Have all the tools and resources and a strategy and a solid foundation that it's built on to grow and scale a profitable agency. This is the next level. I am certified in this methodology to take you to elevate all aspects of your life. So taking all of the training, or where you are in your life, your business, your career, and putting it all together so that it is now all working for you. And you know how to optimize your relationships, how you can be more present, more alive. It's really awesome. And I'm really proud of being certified in this process, and hopefully have the opportunity to guide you through. And I'll stay on for like a minute or two if anybody has any questions about Elevate, who it's for, how you know it's right for you. We can also get on the phone and have a conversation when you fill out the application. If you're the right fit, we'll get on a call and we'll do an hour-long totally free strategy session, which is really awesome. So, and I give you like actionable tools and takeaways, like strategies that you can implement all the time in certain scenarios. Yeah, it's awesome, Serena. So that's what I have for you guys today. Anybody have any questions, follow-ups, anything that I can support you with in your business? No, I'm here for you. You know, I got you. We're working on a new execution plan for February for our pitch lab. Yay! We are going to be having the new cohort of Elevate start at the end of this month, and it is a 12-week program. All of the content is recorded. There's workbooks for you. They're only like an hour, hour to 90 minutes max, these calls once a week. And we get to work together, personally. And it's great. So, and another cool thing, I'm doing this for accountability. I'm learning to play the drums. There's a big drum set right over there. Let me see. I have a picture of it. Maybe I can show. I've just always wanted to play the drums. And I was like, why not? Why can't I play the drums? So I got my little drum set looking out over the view. And I am going to teach myself how to play the drums. and I already learned like one beat and sent it to my neighbor who let us borrow his drum set. And he said I have natural rhythm, and yeah. So, and he's not one to like, he's very like direct. He doesn't mince words. What did he say to me? Jesus, amazing. You're a natural. You have perfect time. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, doing like literally like the most basic thing. But now that I know the beat, I can hear it in all the songs I listen to. It's like the basic, you know, most basic drum beat in the foundation of songs. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I want to be like rocking out by the time, I don't know, in a couple, months, like playing songs that I want to commit to. Anyway, we'll see. I'll be like the rockin' granny. Anybody have any other questions? All right. Well, thank you for being here. It's a short one, but that's because we're productive. We narrowed it down, right? Have a great rest of your day. I would love to see your applications come through for Elevate. It's truly a special, life-changing program, honestly, and I don't say that lightly. It is exactly what I was looking for, was that training so that I could share it. Melissa's asking how I do so much. I have so much help. And that allows me to do the things that I want to do, right? Like, I don't want to pick my kids up from school. Like, I don't always have time, and it cuts my day off. So I have somebody that picks up my kids. If they have to go to tennis, they'll drop one off at tennis, or, bring my son home and I'll take him to therapy. Those bigger things like therapy and getting trained in how I have to continue his therapy at home, I go to those meetings, or my husband does, so that we can, know exactly how we're supposed to help him on our own. But dropping my son off at tennis, the parents can't even stay and watch. Like, we'd be at the gate like this. They don't really want. So she'll drop him off and my husband picks him up. Currently their schools don't have a lot of homework. That's a lot of the things that sort of take time, or the things I'm helping my kids with. So, and I have help in both of my businesses. I have people on my team that do all the pitching. Most of the reporting is 90% done before I get eyes on it. So I just have to like zhuzh it a little bit and send it out. Miranda, as you guys know, is my integrator in this agency, coaching side. So Generation Academy. She is truly instrumental in getting all of these things done. Like, I just show up when she tells me to. I just say what she tells me to. Truly, like, she is always monitoring our communities to find out topics that you guys want to learn about. So we're always on point with what our audience wants to talk about. She's monitoring all of that. And now and the other thing, Melissa, is we have systems and processes that we've set up so that things that we do over and over don't take that much time. And I just like really focus on the things that will move the needle. That's what I am doing usually. And I multitask, like, in the sense that not on things that take a lot of focus, but I'll listen to a podcast when I walk the dog. I mean, who doesn't do that? I'll wear like a face mask when I'm doing meditation, stuff like that. At this point also, I have my team essentially running calls, or they will set the agendas and update them so I know exactly the status of everything. So we have a process for doing that, and I count on them for that. So yeah, and I'm going to learn the drums. I'm literally going to like watch a YouTube video and practice for 15 minutes. I'm going to do that every day, or I committed to like 5 days a week. So I can do it on the weekends. I can play more. So yeah, the key to doing so much is truly just delegating, having the confidence, or like being comfortable to be like, I don't have to do everything. And I know that my team does it better than I ever would. They really do. So that's how I do it. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions for me? Any songs you think I should learn how to play on the drums with a slow tempo? Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions about Elevate, let me know. It will change your life. And I can't wait to support you in doing that. And let's make 2023 the best year yet. There are so many factors in the world outside of our control. But how you feel about your business and the steps you're taking, the actions you take to run your business, how you show up in your business and your life, we're in control of that. We are in charge of that. Sometimes we don't know what to focus on and when, or what our true purpose is, why we're doing the things we're doing. We're just doing them. That will change your life when you focus on all of that. So I would love to walk you through this amazing program and support you in transforming your life and building new levels of energy and presence, aliveness, potential in your business. So fill out that application here if you're interested. Let's get on a strategy call. And that's what I have for you guys today. So thank you for being here and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.